will sell for 250 naira per litre, pure water 50 naira, cement 6,000 naira. Army police will protest. Primate Ayodele. The leader of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele, has said fuel will soon sell for 250 naira per litre and pure water will sell for 50 naira. Primate Ayodele discussed this while warning that the rate of inflation would rise astronomically. He said 5 litres of groundnut oil will sell for 5,000 naira, a measure of gari will sell for 1,500 naira, and cement would sell between 5,500 and 6,000 naira. In a statement signed by his spokesman, Oluwatosin Osho, Ayodele said the situation in the country was getting to a point where the police and army would go on strike because the government would not be able to pay their salaries. According to Ayodele, our economy is in serious shambles. It will get to a point where the police and army will go on strike because of payment. There will be inflation in the country and pure water will sell for 50 naira, local rice will sell for 30,000 naira, 5 litres of groundnut oil will sell for 5,000 naira, and there will be no 200 naira bread. Nothing is coming out of this government anymore. It is confusing and will affect the rich and the poor. And even the banks will fold up and forcefully retire some of their staffers. With this economy, hard times await private sectors. Multinational companies will begin to shut down. Okay. I think obviously from, the exchange rate of the naira and the dollar, that already put Nigerians at a different level of panic. Because obviously it's not a good sign. Purchasing power of Nigerians has just gone down every single year, and of course it is very scary because you'd think that when things like this are happening, would salaries be increasing? I think not. So yeah, it's definitely a problem. Not that it's unlikely to see inflation coming. It is coming worldwide, COVID. But really, I think it's now the messenger because he is, a spiritual leader, and so he's not necessarily new to the space when it comes to giving prophecies and all that. And people don't believe, people believe. I personally just tend to leave them where they are. There are things he has said that have not come to, to reality, and we're like, okay, so, do we then believe in what you're saying? What do we then do? I also leave it as, he is an individual that also has the right to vote, and so from a spiritual standpoint, if that's who he is in society and that reflects in the way that he's going to make his vote, or if it reflects in the way he analyzes the political situation of Nigeria, then that is on him. His one vote is not greater than another person's one vote as well. If anything, my personal opinion is, at this point, you're not trusted. You're in the scene for saying a lot of things, controversial, not controversial, you're going to be held to your words, and the best you can just do for your church is just to encourage your citizens, but to encourage your members to get their PBCs and get ready for the elections. That's literally the best that you can do, literally. Okay, well, first comment, but why not gather strong men of God and pray against all these instead of publicizing all this stuff? God reveals that things will happen in the future so there can be a solution, not more confusion. Now, that is a very key point. I believe that if you're going to go to the public and say this is what God has told you, no one is doubting. We're not there. You can't verify if God told this person something. But again, in the same Bible, it also says test the spirit. Now listen, there's no point just warning. If you're going to warn, or this is a message that is meant to put Nigerians at a more aware point of, okay, fine, this is what is to come, and they believe you, what do you tell them to do? Do you tell them to sell their properties? Do you tell them to invest? What is the solution for it? Because really, what this man, has done over the years, you give all these prophecies, but what you're doing is putting fear in Nigerians because you're not giving them the solution. Not that problems don't exist, not that there aren't problems to come, but you are highlighting problems to come, what is out of our control, and you are not even telling us how to minimize the effects or even try to, change or bring about a different outcome. That is a problem. Well, one doesn't need a prophet to tell what will happen to the economy by December. If December is the time when Nigerians want to travel in into the country, and looking at flight tickets right now, it is crazy. I mean, with the price of aviation fuel, it wasn't like 900 and something naira per liter. And even in Nigeria as well, with domestic flights, we're talking flight tickets of 150k to 200k. That is ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. So what he's saying is not necessarily something we're gonna be like, oh, what? We can definitely see it coming. It's already here. In fact, it's just, okay, fine. To what degree is it going to get worse? But really, it's not something Nigerians will say. What he's saying is, oh, so not true. It's no, we know ourselves, but you're not telling us what we need to do about it. Oh, another comment here states prophet of doom, which is really what he is, to be honest, because not the first time. He said other things as well, that just incite, and he's feeding fear to the public. It's not that. How do we know a false prophet? When he says a thing will not come to pass, or what he says will never come to pass. I think this person means in the other way around. It's not prophecy but prediction, and he's trying to say if APC killers will still take over in 2023, that things will get worse. I feel like maybe Nigerians need to just go and check their capacity to take in a lot of things, but really what it is it's already worse. It's been worse. I mean, in 2015 we thought, this country completely, but in Buhari was like, you have not seen anything. So the thing is, it's not, I think we should stop. I think what is really holding us back, to be honest, not really holding us back, we know things are already bad, but we also need to get rid of the mentality that things will get worse. Like, oh, the worst is still yet to come. The worst is already enough for now. Let's fix it. And he's not giving predictions, but prophecy, because given his title as a spiritual leader, if he's giving prediction, then his predictions will be factual. And with a prediction, like, he'd give a bit more detail. Then if he's actually predicting, we would expect more economic facts as to why he believes so. He's just saying these things, that this is what will happen. So I don't know what else you'd want from Nigerians. We don't know what else. Put what I think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.